I just want to cut right to the chase here. All we are is awareness. We're not a body, an ego, or a personality. Those are perceptions we create within our awareness. If you want proof that we're not the body, just think about dreams and snoring. I mean, we lose complete awareness in the physical body, yet we still exercise a faculty of awareness as we dream or focus in some other state. I mean, how many times have you been, woken up by your partner or spouse, for snoring, and you're like, who, me? I wasn't snoring, I was fully awake. How many of you have had that experience? If you want proof that we're not an ego, well, egos change and develop throughout a lifetime. Ego is simply a mental construct entertained by the mind, played through awareness. It is a caricature and not the real person, as a painting of the sky is not really the dome above our heads and that we are walking through. Proof that we are not a personality is largely for the same reason as the ego. Personalities are not static. They can change and grow as one's awareness changes and unfolds. So we are simply the selves that we tell ourselves to be. Now, reality can be filtered through the constructions of ego and personality, but those first have to be created within awareness. Awareness being the primary act of observation, reasoning, and developed understanding, thus creativity. In this sense, awareness is a verb and not a noun. It is a process and not a thing. And this is you. And within our awareness, and thus our experience, we all crave love. In near-death experiences, people always talk about the light and the environment of the afterlife as pure love and never wanting to leave it. The most powerful and moving songs and stories and movies are always about love. People die over love. People do crazy things to try and achieve it. All sorts of dysfunctional acts for this one emotion. But what is love really? When we place love before our awareness, what is it about that feeling that we so enjoy and wish to cling to and are willing to do crazy things for? What is it doing for us in our awareness, which is the primary foundation of who and what we are? Well, it gives us a sensation of harmony instead of the usual sense of discord or disconnection we find ourselves focusing on. When we feel really loved, when love really permeates our being, what it produces in awareness is an experience of congruence. Harmony, then, is another word to describe love. And I think this is what people in near-death experiences are really describing when they talk about the sensation of infinite love while being in the light. They are experiencing the absolute harmony of all things. Because we live in a world where we tell ourselves there is duality and separation, whereas such duality and separation is reconciled and balanced in the infinite, thus that sensation of ultimate harmony, which one would honestly feel as ultimate love and ultimate congruence. It is all one and the same thing. Now, since we are foundationally awareness, and we accept that harmony is what we are really after, we now have an understanding of why people do some crazy things. I mean, for instance, why do people try so hard to be wealthy? Why are some so willing to go nuts in obtaining money and power? I mean, gambling, playing the lottery, running for high political office. Well, it's really all for the same reason. They think it will bring them into an experience of harmony within their personal awareness if they can achieve it. However, as the adage goes, money can't buy love. It can't buy happiness, meaning it can't buy harmony. Why? Because when awareness is only entertaining within its light the sense of disharmony, nothing outside said awareness is going to change that. This is where so much disharmony and confusion in our world begins. Why do nations go to war? To try to force harmony. An absolute ridiculous notion, like saying to a child, "You must love me because I tell you to." Harmony will never be achieved through force, and it is vital we come to learn this on our planet. We can also ask, why are so many driven by fame or to get the most likes on social media? Is it to appease the ego? Well, what is that appeasement really? It is to gain a sense of harmony within oneself and one's relationship to the perception of life around them. They are looking for an experience of harmony to appease their awareness, if only for a moment. Though the desire is, usually for perpetuity, and why not? I mean, wouldn't we all like to be in harmony all of the time? Now, you can recollect all these same drives throughout human history. Colossal wars, tyranny between rich and poor, power, then the desire for fame and recognition. These are constant no matter the time period or level of technology, which is incredibly important to keep in mind here. And when we come to realize the purpose for these things, when it is all trying to produce harmony within our awareness, why aren't we there? One can have absolute harmony regardless the level of wealth, fame, or power. A seemingly poor and destitute person can have harmony, which includes happiness, that feeling of love and joy, in total contrast with someone who has all the money and shiny objects in the world, but who still feels disharmony, disconnection, unhappiness within the scope of their own awareness. Now I want to touch on technology. Technology does not help nor hinder when it comes to flowering harmony, for technology can only be used in accord with the dominant focus of awareness. That is, the level of awareness determines the functionality and ultimate outcome of any technology's creation and use. So much emphasis is put on it working in the opposite direction, that technology will improve our life, that it will bring a greater sense of harmony. Well, it hasn't, it can't, and it won't. That's not how technology works. Technology works in accord with the level of awareness using it. Just look at the state of society through the auspices of the internet and social media. Before that, the Industrial Revolution didn't improve life either. It forced the creation of labor unions and child labor laws because of the greed and unsafe working conditions. Outer material technology does not improve inner awareness, thus behavior. Rather, the state of awareness uses outer technology in accord with its already established inner baseline. In other words, the technology falls in line with us, not us with it. This actually makes advancing technology a somewhat dangerous proposition. If the level of awareness is not there, you are putting the hands of a disharmonious and fractured collective mind on the steering wheel of something incredibly fragile. The minds and souls of others, along with the ecosystem of the entire planet. You will not unfold harmony while only keeping in your awareness and thus bringing to life that which is in disharmony, disconnection, and discord. Yet so much of what the media does is precisely this, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Advertisers do this to us all the time. Buy our product and you will feel better. Translation, give us your money and maybe you will feel a better sensation of harmony in your awareness because of our product. It is in corporations' best interest to keep telling you how much disharmony you are in, so you will open your wallet and contribute to hopefully dispelling their own sense of disharmony. If a corporation were in real harmony, they would be more geared toward actual customer service and improving the life and quality on this planet, rather than simply worrying about the bottom line and what the latest earnings report might mean to the investors. But we have to keep in mind, we are working with awareness here, folks, something that is without form and without boundary, and what we want to experience in that awareness. We have two options, harmony and disharmony. And since we are only awareness, and it is within awareness that the act of creation begins, how much harmony are you going to produce when you only affirm the disharmony? Where is the unfoldment of harmony when always giving credence to its opposite? You can't bring harmony within awareness if your awareness is not even willing to look for it, if you're not even willing to affirm that it exists. Nothing outside appears without first being brought up into awareness within your own consciousness. In other words, you can't have harmony if you're not trying to know or perceive harmony as a type of awareness that you can have, even if it's just a slight possibility. You have to strive within your sense of awareness, again, the awareness being the real you, to grasp it, to acknowledge that it is there and that it is a part of you. Constant focus on disharmony is not going to bring harmony. This is how life on this planet needs to change. Understand, we are all awareness, not bodies, not egos, not personalities. We may have these things, but they are a result of our awareness first. Our awareness is infinite. In this sense, we are like light. Light has no physical form, no material boundary, though it brings life and perception to form and boundary. We use our infinite awareness in the same way to bring to life a finite conception of ourselves, such as the ego and personality, and not either of those things are tangibly real. They are merely abstractions and completely malleable. We must come to understand what really drives us, which is our relationship within our awareness only to being with and in harmony. Technology will not bring us harmony. Millions and billions of dollars will not bring us harmony. Buying products will not bring us harmony. Being famous or even getting rid of all material possessions to live a more spiritual life will not bring us harmony. Only cultivating it within the foundation of what we are, within the depths of our infinite awareness, our consciousness, will harmony at last come to be. We create it from within ourselves, not from anything outside us, not from doing anything outside us. It has to start within the light of awareness. So contemplate. Evoke harmony within your awareness. For without it, we are already living the consequences. Let's at least experiment with a different type of awareness, knowing that this is the basis of where our experience of life begins, individually and collectively. There is not much left to lose, but rather a whole new world to gain.